Welcome to Norman, Oklahoma, and Loves Field on this beautiful Sunday afternoon where the #1 ranked Oklahoma Sooners are set to take on #6 Arkansas. And we've got ourselves a rubber match as Arkansas got their first win against Oklahoma since 2009 and their first win over a #1 ranked team since 2012, which snapped the longest active winning streak for games at home of the Oklahoma Sooners, snapped at 31 last night in that one-run victory for Arkansas here at Loves. Welcome to day 3. I'm DJ Sanchez along with Nicole Mendez, and we've got ourselves quite a battle that has gone on all weekend. First pitch all the way through the final pitch last night in game 2. This has been an absolute dogfight, and we're going to see another one here today. But both of these teams, Nicole, have just had a battle back and forth. But Arkansas, very aggressive, has struck first in both games so far.
Yeah, being able to draw first blood is so important in an environment like this, but being able to be consistent, which Arkansas has done all throughout this series. Only 1-1, but that is going to play big time into their hands whenever they enter into this rubber match here. But beyond that, the home runs, that has been the factor. Absolutely. Isabella Emmerling, I mean, can you get enough of this swing? Apparently not. Home run in the first game, a grand slam to tie it up for Oklahoma when they were trailing Arkansas 4-0. And then last night, are we even surprised again? Gets a piece of the bat, ties it up again for Oklahoma. But who is going to respond except for Tiana Bell? 2 home runs in 2 games, but every time she's hit the home run, Arkansas, they've been able to either have the lead or take the lead. That's what happened last night. Arkansas ended up getting the win. A little bit of celebration. You put too much over the plate, and that's what you're going to be seeing all evening long.
Definitely the bells of the ball in this series, and Tiana Bell and Bella Emmerling have just been outstanding in this series. You talk about the home runs, but look at that batting average.
I'm looking at the slugging. I'm not even surprised. It's just consistent, and I think that's going to be a word we will use all game long, is who can be more consistent. Yes, you want to rely on the long ball, but these offensive hitters, they're also getting it done as well by just getting on base, having those hits. And if it's left over a little bit over the plate, they're going to send it yard. I see both of them making a huge impact, but to win this game, this rubber match, it's going to have to be more than just one hitter. See Ella McDowell there in the 3-hole.
Tiana Bell, as we said, seeing the ball well, and second baseman Carly Davison has been a table setter and doing a good job at the bottom half of this lineup. And Arkansas looking to do what they have done every game in this series, and that is draw first blood. 29-2 on the year when the Razorbacks have scored first. And senior Reagan Johnson, a big part of that. Really a table setter and momentum starter for this Razorback offense. 1 for 6 here this weekend. And if the Razorbacks want to have success early in this ball game, the captain probably wanting to find her way on base just a bit more than what she's had so far this weekend. Nagbayani does not have the play at first, and right on cue, Reagan Parker, her second hit in the series.
Getting that leadoff hit, being able to get on early, that is big, especially whenever you have a freshman getting the start in a huge matchup, not just in the series, but in SEC, the implications. Alyssa Parker, the freshman, fantastic job. She's come in as relief multiple times. She's gotten the ball, was able to get the ball in the game 1 of this series on Friday night. A lot of movement, hard stuff. You're going to see a lot of upper 60s.
Single brings up freshman Brinley Bain. Getting a look at Parker. Parker been called upon to do a little bit of everything for the Sooners this season. falls behind Bane here. Freshman matchup. Bane struggled just a bit at the plate in this series, looking for her first hit. A nice change of speeds there from Parker.
That's what we've seen from pitchers all throughout the weekend. Whenever they find success, it is not just hard, it is not just movement, it is change of speed. Both these offenses too potent to not have it.
2-2, and Reagan on her way. But Kendall Wells says, nope. Johnson trying to take advantage of the ball in the dirt, but big time play from the freshman behind the plate.
Oh, you thought Kendall Wells was only just a good hitter? Behind the dish as well. Great block, keeping it in front of her and immediately getting it over to Gabby. Being able to apply that tag as she's just diving across. That's fantastic defense.
Kai Miner on her horse. And it's gonna get off the glove as Bane records her first hit of this series. It's back-to-back singles for the Razorbacks, but how huge is the play of being able to throw Reagan Johnson out at second? And you touched on it, Nicole, as Ella McDowell stands in. The throw, everything about it, the quickness, but what a tag laid down by Gabby Garcia.
Parker has gotten first pitch strike on every single batter that she's faced this inning, something Oklahoma struggled with yesterday. Miley Uchenio got the start, fell behind often. Sydney Berzon ended up coming into relief. Whenever she did, she attacked the Arkansas hitters, found a lot of success all throughout the game. It wasn't until the end that Arkansas was able to get another run across. I think Oklahoma plan of attack. Can you get Arkansas hitters on their heels?
Speaking of on your heels, something Ella McDowell has not felt in this series. Really seeing the ball well at the plate. Walks in with a .364 average. Zogbayani is going to take care of the lead runner for out number 2. That'll bring up the senior Tiana Bell.
Attacking early has been what Arkansas has done best, and that's exactly what you want, is a runner on base with Tiana Bell, the home run hitter. We talked about her at the beginning. She's somebody who is very, very potent. The way that she's able to attack across all zones. Kendall Wells calling time, going out and talking to her freshman Parker, getting what pitch she wants to throw, because this is a hitter that you cannot miss on. You leave anything over a sliver of the plate. We saw that second home run. It was a great pitch by Sydney Berzon. It was inside low, but just the way she's able to get extended, you want to be pinpoint precision.
The 0-1 fouled straight back, and you know, Bell, you talk about how well she sees the ball. A .406 hitter on the year, 2 home runs in this series, has had a great series, 14 home runs, and leads the team with 50 RBI. Parker freezes the senior. Big strikeout for the freshman. We head to the bottom half, scoreless. The freshman sensation, Kendall Wells, knocked her 33rd home run, and it was a moonshot in game 2. Hitting 3rd in the lineup for the Sooners today, but the freshman chasing home run queen Jocelyn Alo, and is 1 home run away from tying Alo's Sooner record at 34. And Wells, who has been in the 2-hole for the Sooners, done a little bit of a shift as Ella Parker is in the 2 slot, Kendall Wells in the 3, and Isabella Emmerling, who knows a few things about home runs herself this weekend, in the cleanup spot. But keeping a close eye on Kendall Wells, is every at-bat you can just feel the anticipation from the Sooner faithful, and just really just softball fans across the country as she is continuing to just put on a show and chase that home run record. Kai Miner leads it off.
Arkansas going with their ace in Heron. Oklahoma has seen her before. She came into close yesterday. A lot of confidence in this pitcher.
This ball is hit well to left field. But Kaylee Wyckoff takes care of it at the track for out number 1.
The only concern here, if you're Arkansas, is just what I mentioned. She threw in game 1. She came into close. Oklahoma very familiar, and this is their ace. Oklahoma has done a ton of prep on her. So for her to find success, she's going to have to continue to move the ball all across the zone. Likes to go away to lefties, down in the zone, make them chase.
Ella Parker stands in, and Heron picked up the save last night in game 2, came out of the bullpen and was tremendous. The captain got the start in game 1, picked up the loss, but has just really been a consistent force for this Razorback pitching staff. 12-3 on the season. And you look at those numbers, 78 and a third innings pitched. In that 78 and a third, 123 strikeouts. Ella Parker, a little bit of a tough series, looking for her first hit. Pair of Ks.
We're seeing hitters in this Oklahoma lineup who traditionally are so consistent, hit the ball really well, struggling. Arkansas has done a good job scouting, throwing these hitters off balance. But I do think with Wells moving up into the 3 spot, she sits on deck. This was something that Oklahoma wanted to do. They know Arkansas has been the first one to punch. Whenever you put Wells in the 3 spot, your home run hitter, she is hitting in the first part of the lineup in the first inning. And you get somebody like Ella Parker who does have a good eye, maybe not hitting quite as well, but there's an opportunity to get a base runner on whenever Kendall Wells steps up to the plate. Best believe that is exactly where you want to be. Kendall Wells, cannot talk about her enough. The power and the range that she's able to cover as a hitter all over the zone.
We've said it over and over, that home run number sitting at 33, and big hack there.
Trying to make that 134 on that swing.
See Heron working that rise ball up in the eyes, and talk about chasing greatness. Jocelyn Alo and her single season OU home run record sits at 34. This was done in 60 games, mind you. And when you start looking at that stat and you look at the numbers, Kendall Wells and the pace, just 46 games, 33 bombs. I mean, it's the pace that she has set has been unbelievable.
Frantic, and you see it all across the country.
Big hack there. And Herrin sits her down, her 124th K on the year, and that's a great location coming from the senior.
Really nice pitch there by Herrin. Outside corner, catches the backside of the plate. And as well as Wells covers the outside, that is where, if you're gonna get her anywhere, it's gonna be there, low and away.
Speaking of bombs, Isabella Emmerling does it again. The two-run shot from Bella Emmerling, her third home run in this series. She's seeing a beach ball, Nicole, making it look easy.
Isabella Emmerling. The way that she has been seeing the ball all throughout this series, all three of her home runs have come from different locations. Low in the zone, outside, up with the rise ball. Takes this one deep. Arkansas has been the first to punch in both games so far. Not so today. Isabella Emmerling says, you know what? I think Oklahoma is going to take the lead first here in game 3 of this rubber match.
And something we have not seen all the weekend. Oklahoma strikes first behind Isabella Emmerling. That'll bring up Gabby Garcia. Gotta love the two-out clutchness.
Again, seeing the off-speed being utilized early, and this was a concern going back to Herrin. We spoke about it. But an offense like Oklahoma, you expose a pitcher too often to them, you get a loss from Oklahoma. They are going to be hungry. They're going to be hunting. Oklahoma has had 3 losses in a week. I think they're still searching the record books, trying to find out when exactly the last time that happened.
We asked the question, and it is something we know has not happened in a very, very long time for the Sooners. As we said, the 31-game home streak snapped last night by Arkansas. Count runs full to Gabby Garcia. Herrin about to fire her 20th pitch of the inning, the 7th of this at bat, and it's going to miss just a bit high for her second free pass here in the first.
You could tell Garcia not sure if that one was going to be called a strike or a ball. A little bit of hesitation before she jogged over to first. It was a good pitch by Herrin. Establishing the zone early. That's what you want to do. It with umpire to umpire, game to game, the strike zone has changed completely. So as a hitter, you're trying to figure out, okay, what can I take? What can I get away with? As a pitcher, you're trying to say, where are my pitcher's pitchers going to be called?
Gonna bring up freshman Alyssa Parker, getting the start today in the circle. We've talked about it all season. The Oklahoma native has been called upon to wear so many different hats. If you talk to Coach Gasso about Alyssa Parker, I mean, there have been times throughout this season she's gotten the innings in the circle, but just finding that time to balance everything. She's in the bullpen. She's being called out to take defense, needing to get more reps in the bullpen, but being called out to go take BP. So just being pulled in all these different directions, and has really handled it well. Herron doing a really good job of establishing the changeup. We have seen 24 pitches from Herron in this inning. I would argue to say about a third have been off speed.
A little bit of matrix move there from Parker. She can pitch, she can hit. Apparently she could be on the gymnastics team too. We got to see Oklahoma gymnastics. They won a national championship. Brought the trophy and everything back out onto the field. Oklahoma Sooners, very familiar with championships all throughout this athletic department.
Working deep into counts, the third full count we have seen in this inning as Parker stays alive.
DJ, you mentioned changeup, but also that off-speed curve that Herron can go to. And then whenever she needs to, ramp it up, go tight, up and in.
Big K from Herron, but not before the Sooners strike first behind Isabella Emmerling, who has just been dynamite.
Isabella Emmerling, will there only be one bell at the ball? I don't know. This game has just started, but she's making a great case for herself. 3 home runs, 3 days.
Floating around Loves Field today as the OU women's gymnastics team made their appearance after coming back from Fort Worth. Back-to-back national championships, their 8th in program history, and just such a fun group to watch. And Coach Gasso knows a little bit about championships herself, but what an awesome moment here before this game started. And not very often you have 16 national championships between head coaches standing in the same field or sharing a parking lot for that matter.
Oklahoma Women's Gym, like you said, sharing a parking lot. They just got a brand new training facility. Sooners, this new stadium, Loves Field, opened in 2024. Beautiful. Capacity to hold the largest crowd in the country, and week after week it gets filled out. Second most is Alabama. And I do think a great point for Arkansas is they've played at both.
And Parker back to work, facing the 5, 6, 7 as Kaylee Wyckoff stands in. You know, and you mentioned, Mendez, about this Arkansas Razorback team and the places they've had to play, the teams they have faced. they've been better for it. Currently #1 in the RPI. This has popped up as we were talking about the off speeds we were seeing from Heron. Parker taking a note. Ella Parker gonna try to make the play at first, but not quite in time. It is back-to-back innings where the Razorbacks have got their leadoff aboard.
To your point of the gauntlet in the series, you can be in a 2-strike count. You can have all that pressure, the crowd loud up and at you. But whenever you've played at Alabama, this is your 3rd game here at Loves Field, you're going to play at Texas. Prepares you, makes you a tougher team. And I think half the time, whenever you are looking ahead a little bit to postseason, you go, okay, how can they handle pressure? Are they good? Yes, but can they survive the environment? And I think Arkansas has definitely proven not just survive, but thrive in it.
Signal will bring up Kennedy Miller as Kendall Wells out to have a chat with Alyssa Parker. What's the message here?
Get a hit 2 balls in a row. As a freshman, sometimes it can be hard to contain your pace. You can be throwing. Next thing you know, you look up and you're 5 pitches down the road and in a 2-0 count, 3-1, whatever it may be. Really good job by Wells, just repacing her pitcher, figuring out, hey, what pitch do you want to throw that comes across as a strike? Let's go from there.
Parker falls behind 3-0.
It's a really dangerous hitter to be 3-0 to. Has speed at first.
Miller 309 on the year. As Parker battles back. This ball is going to get right into the glove of Abby Dayton. What a battle back from Parker, but what a read for Dayton off the barrel.
Back-to-back hard-hit line drives from Arkansas's offense. We look back to the bottom of the first, Emmerling, but also Kai Minor, who had a hard hit as well. These offenses are coming alive here in this game 3. And everyone has been waiting to see what these 2 offenses are going to do. I mean, that has been the talk of the town. We saw a little bit, a tease, if you will, on Friday. Saturday, it was very much a pitcher's duel.
Talia Rijo stands in. And I think, again, if you were putting pitcher's duel on your bingo card, I'm not sure that there were many people, but we definitely saw a good one last night.
Courtney Deifel definitely didn't have that.
And we had the opportunity to chat with Coach Deifel earlier today, and she goes, it has nothing to do. Our pitching staff is so great, and the OU pitching staff, again, so solid. But I think just the way that these offenses have produced all season, seeing a low-scoring 1-run ball game, especially in game 2, caught a few people off guard.
This is the second 3-1 count for Parker. He kind of took that one down to the wire, that clock winding down.
You can see Kendall Wells, you know, as you Taking a look at the freshman battery between Parker and Wells, but Wells just doing a really good job of trying to manage the situation and help Parker. And again, you look at this, I mean, Parker just getting her 36th inning on the season, finding herself in some tough counts as Rijo draws the walk to bring up Cam Harrison, and just like that, the Razorbacks knocking on the door with runners at first and second and 1 out.
Consistent. That is what Arkansas offense has been all series long. They're going to continue to put pressure. You can run, you can hit, you can score, but they're going to be right there consistently knocking on that door. And I think that's why Jen Rocha is so quick to come out and chat with her freshman battery here with Alyssa Parker and Kendall Wells behind the plate. So important to establish that zone early.
When we talk about it a lot, Nicole, it's not always about the runs that get scored or the hits that go down in the book. And Arkansas, 3 hits so far in this ball game, but you're looking at missed pitches, you're looking at hard outs, what kind of counts you're seeing. And I think, you know, Kendall Wells has gone out to have the chat as Coach Rocha makes her way back to the dugout, but those are all pieces as a pitching coach that you're managing, and you get the feeling when you're consistently seeing those hitters' counts and working behind 3-0, 3-1, running deep into full counts. You're feeling like you're 1 pitch away from potentially being in a little bit of a bind. It's Cam Harrison stands in and takes the first ball she sees. Harrison, a big hit for the Razorbacks back in game 1. Getting the start here today.
This crowd getting a little restless. 3 balls in a row after just giving up a walk. First batter was the only batter of the inning that Parker has been able to get ahead out of. Since then, it's been 2-0, 3-0.
Talking about deep counts, lots of 3-0, 3-1, and 3-2. Parker firing over 20 pitches in this inning alone. That's a big one, as she gets Cam Harrison to chase up in the eyes for the second out of the inning and her second strikeout on the day.
As you mentioned, DJ, this one goes up out of the zone. This rise ball continues to go and build and grow. Have a lot of movement from Alyssa Parker. No doubt about that, but getting it under control, getting it within the zone, close enough for a hitter to be tempted. That's where she's been struggling so far, this inning especially. At the moment, it looked like she might load up the bases, several balls in a row.
Senior Carly Davison stands in.
Parker, she can pump it up almost 70 miles an hour with her screwball and rise ball, and then that changeup floats in literally at 45.
Swing and a miss. And Parker for the first time this inning. And a pitcher's count. And looking to leave a couple stranded.
Before a pitcher finds her rhythm, gets settled, Arkansas they like to establish themselves offensively. Runners on first and second. It's a great time to put yourself out there and also flip that lineup over.
This pitch gets away from Wells, and everybody moves up. Just as we've seen a little bit this inning, some big misses from Parker, but a couple spots where we've seen Wells get crossed up. Check swing, and they're going to say Davison held as the count runs full.
Huge pitch there for a pitcher who's been struggling to get those pitches, get those swings, trying to get that swing and miss on that strikeout. Just one pitch ago, not quite enough, draws it to full.
Parker set to fire her 49th pitch of the ball game. Over 2 dozen pitches from the freshman here in the second. The 3-2 freezes her. And what a big K for Alyssa Parker as she works out of the jam and leaves a pair stranded. And what a spot, but you gotta love Kendall Wells and the passion behind the plate, having her pitchers back. We head to the bottom half, Sooners up 2. Sooners up 2-0 as they struck first for the first time in this series. We head to the bottom of the second. I'm DJ Sanchez along with Nicole Mendez. What a beautiful day. I feel like the best weather we've had all weekend in this series. Aaron is back to work to face Ailana Agbayani.
I mean, you couldn't ask for mild wind in Oklahoma around this time of year. Perfection.
Is
70s.
Oh, is mild wind even a thing in Oklahoma this time of year?
Today it is. A little bit of breeze added just there. Nice pitch there by Heron. It's like Miami, swing and miss. That curveball going to be key, as well as her off speed.
Seven, 8, 9 due up here in the second for the Sooners as Agbayani shows bunt for the second time. Even the count up at 2-2. Check swing, and they're going to say Agbayani went as Miller handles the wild pitch and takes care of it for out number 1.
It's tough on that one for Agbayani. That strike call was called pretty late. As a hitter, whenever you see that, you're immediately off to the races. But again, that is huge.
That is Herron's 3rd strikeout on the day.
Her 7th swing and miss.
Make it 8. As Lexi McDaniel stands in, and McDaniel, big part of that offensive power that we have seen, and she's been doing it a lot of times, Mindy, in the pinch hit role.
I mean, you look at all these freshmen up and down. Chelsea Parker getting the start in the circle today. Lexi McDaniel getting the start in the lineup. Kai Miner in center field. Kendall Wells behind the plate. They've been staples, but this freshman class has come up big and clutch so many times for the Sooners already.
58 bombs between those 4 freshmen.
Some teams don't even have 58 home runs.
You took the words out of my mouth. And it's wild to think you're getting that type of production out of freshmen. We've talked about it a ton. 58 home runs between the Oklahoma freshmen. That's 41st among all D1 teams in the NCAA. That's just your freshmen. That's outrageous. McDaniel getting the start in the DP slot today. As we mentioned, a lot of opportunities, many of which have been pinch hit spots where she has come up clutch off the bench. Draws a 1-out walk here. Herron's 3rd free pass here in this ball game.
Seen a lot of strikeouts, but we've also seen, as you mentioned, a lot of free passes, hitters counts, pitchers getting behind early on. So you really feel like there's a lot of energy up in the air that these pitchers are letting these offenses decide what they want to do with it.
Abby Dayton stands in. And I think that's a really good point, Nicole. This game so far, we've seen high pitch counts from both pitchers, but this game has been paced by both offenses. Herron falls behind here, 2 balls and no strikes. Three walks in this ball game for Herron. Entered this start with only 31 walks on the season. So a bit out of the ordinary for the senior.
You look at this infield also, Abby Dayton, a lot of speed, but where this infield is set up, they are shifted over. There's a lot of space here on this line. And as a hitter, she can see that, be able to hit something down the line hard. Seen a couple of hard hit balls down that line by Dayton. That's why I mentioned that. And yes, you have your tendencies. Yes, you have your scout. But Herron, she throws out to lefties. So shifting into that 5-6, a little bit of a risky move.
The 3-1 is launched deep to right field. If it stays fair, it's gone, and make it a 2-run shot for Abby Dayton. Talking about the freshman home run power, the senior gets in on it. Her 7th jack of the year to make it 4-zip Sooners.
Sooners have wasted no time getting their runs across the board. And with power, the long ball. 2-2 home runs already. Abby Dayton takes this outside pitch, knew exactly what she was going to be getting, and just ran with it. They had a mission, the Sooners did, going into this game. Whoever is in that circle, get them out in a hurry. Herron, that's going to be all for her here in this inning. Abby Dayton sends this one well into the stratosphere, and that crowd exploded.
That'll be the day for the Razorbacks senior Robin Herron. It looks like Arkansas is going to go to Timmerman. We'll tell you about her when we come back. That's the day for Robin Herron. 45 pitches in an inning and a third. Gave up 2 hits, but they were costly. Both 2-run shots to make it 4-0. But if you look at that stat line more than anything, I think what stands out are the 3 walks. Again, very uncharacteristic for the senior, but the Razorbacks decide to go to the freshman and Sailor Timmerman, who came in a similar situation in game 1 out of the bullpen, as Kai Miner sees the first pitch from Timmerman, laces it into the gap. It's going to be a double for the freshman, and the Sooners passing the bat here in the 2nd inning. And Miner quickly welcomes Timmerman to the ball game. But Timmerman on the season, making her 20th appearance, 8-1, and enters the game with a 2.61 ERA. A spot here for the freshman to try to work out of a jam as that pitch allows Miner to move up. And you get the feeling here, Arkansas's got to find a way to settle this down and slow this inning down a bit for the freshman.
Oklahoma, they score quickly, and whenever they get that rally, that momentum going, they score often. To your point of Timmerman, Arkansas has pitched by committee almost every single Sunday in SEC conference play. Timmerman has been either the 1 or the 2 pitcher, the arm in the circle to show up. Sooners look like they expected that.
Big hack from Parker on a pitch out of the zone. Drew a walk in her first at bat, and looking to add to the Sooner lead here. Good job by Kennedy Miller behind the plate. Tough pitch in the dirt. Parker hit by the pitch, and that'll put runners at first and third for Kendall Wells.
We've already seen 2 home runs today. Kendall Wells, everyone is asking, when is her next one going to be? 33 home runs already on the season. This freshman is having a phenomenal year. Covers the plate so well, got struck out by Herron in her first appearance. And she is just shy of a new Oklahoma single season record. 1 home run here would tie it.
Gets away from Miller, and Parker is able to move up into scoring position. But I'm going to say this. Kennedy Miller behind the dish, getting a workout, doing a great job. This just feels like a spot where Timmerman needs to settle down. Wells, we've already said, chasing Alo. 1 to tie, 2 to set that record. You can just hear the oohs and ahs of every single Sooner fan, softball fan in the crowd, knowing that with each swing of the bat, there's a point where we're going to see history.
Type of hitter, especially in this crowd here, packed house today in Loves Field. Every time she swings, the crowd reacts. It could be a foul ball, it could be a ground ball, it could be a pop-up, but they are in it, waiting, anticipating. Timmerman trying to subdue the freshman.
The 2-2 is launched. And Kendall Wells ties Jocelyn Alo at 34 bombs. 1 away from setting her own record, and puts herself in the company of one of the best to ever do it. 34th Jack of the year, and this crowd is on their feet.
Kendall Wells, the respect from Sooner fans on their feet. There is so much energy right now in this stadium. A huge blast, not only to extend the lead, but also to tie the single season home run record with Jocelyn Alo.
Short day for Timmerman. It's the Razorbacks having to go deep into the bullpen here early. Looks like Reese Berline is going to get the call to try to stop the bleeding here for Arkansas.
Oklahoma, by the way they score, it is at a frantic pace. And whenever Kendall Wells steps up to the plate with 2 runners on, you know Timmerman felt that pressure. But so far today, I think Oklahoma has come out with a vengeance. Chased 2 pitchers out of this circle already.
The 3-run home run from Kendall Wells makes it 7-zip Sooners. As Isabella Emmerling stands in to face Berline. First pitch in the gap. Emmerling is going to hold it first. And we are seeing aggressive at-bats from this Sooner offense, attacking early in counts.
This Sooner crowd right now loving Isabella Emmerling. Tough welcome for Berline. She had a successful day. Just one day ago, subdued the bats. But softball's such a game of momentum. And once they get going, it is hard to stop it.
Berline just 1-0 on the season. Only 13 innings thrown. getting the call here to try to settle some things down for Arkansas in what really has felt like the first time all weekend that a team has clearly had control of a game. These games have been so tight and gone back and forth, and just an absolute battle last night in the circle. Sooners in control early in game 3. Thirteen innings thrown for Reese Berline, has not issued a walk. Gabby Garcia drew a walk back in the first. Right back to Berline. It could be 2. And Berline gets a ground ball to get out of it, but not before Kendall Wells marks her name and in history and gives OU a bit of a cushion with this blast.
Kendall Wells takes advantage of a pitch over the heart of the plate, extends the lead to 6-0. Ties with Jocelyn Allo. All she needs is just one more, chasing history.
We head to the third where the Sooners are up 7-0. We've got Coach Courtney Deifel. Thanks for being with us. And Coach, you guys have come out and struck first in both of these games, but in a position here where you've got to chip away, what do you want to see from your team on the back half of this ball game?
Just a lot of fight. We've seen a lot of fight from them all weekend, and they have a lot of heart and a lot of fight, and there's a lot of game left, so we got to do what we can to keep their offense down and just chip away at this thing.
Coach, I completely agree. Your offense has been so consistent, hard-fought, consistent, that team that never goes away. What is it that you're saying whenever you all walked into the circle after that inning?
Just one at a time. You know, we know that we have a strong belief in who we are and who we are as an offense, who we are as a complete team, and so just chip away, chip away. There's a lot of game left.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Lupin.
And this is an Arkansas team. They are never out of a ball game. A lot of ball game left. We just heard Coach Deifel say a lot of pitches that need to be thrown, a lot of game left to be played, and this is a Razorback team that is relentless. And a good spot here for the Razorbacks to start chipping away as they roll back to the top of their order in Reagan Johnson.
Here, Alyssa Parker, how confident do you feel too? with your team coming out, not only scoring every inning, but 7-0 lead.
And you can see some of that confidence as Parker ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, something that she has struggled with early on in this game. Mendez, I think we can both speak to this a little bit, but a little bit of a different feel you've got. Pitching with a lead, let alone when you've got the sticks like what you've seen out of this Sooner offense so far in this ball game. But a lot of work to go. Again, as this Arkansas offense can get hot and get hot quick. We've seen it all weekend.
Reagan Johnson, a hitter who has showcased her speed. It's a ground ball up the middle. Oklahoma was not in the shift. This time they are. Agbayani over at second. Dayton standing in short. At 5-6, you have Gabby Garcia, the shortstop, shaded over. And then, of course, over at third, you have Barker.
Two swinging, and Parker sits down Johnson for out number 1 and getting the chase low and away.
4 strikeouts today. You know, it's been a while since I've seen my name up with anything OU.
Mindy, you know a little bit about two-way players, don't you?
Just a little bit. I mean, I dabbled in it, utility player, all of that. I'm a little biased, but I think it's always fun whenever you get to be in the action, no matter what you're doing.
Well, Nicole, how much does that change? We've talked a lot about how Alyssa Parker has been called upon in many different roles, but I guess, you know, when you're in it, especially in the circle, as Brinley Bain stands in to face Parker, but how do you change your mindset? I mean, you did things in the outfield, being in the offensive lineup, getting your time in the circle. How do you balance? And how does a freshman like Parker have that balance?
Now it just misses on that outside corner, but I think it's important to know what your role is and know what the key important piece for you is. Today, right now, it's in the circle. Tomorrow, it could be in the batter's box. Patty Gasso, she does a good job with her team, her defenders, her players, her pitchers, her hitters, just stressing the importance of knowing your role. And she's made that conversation very clear, and they've talked a lot this year. Gasso said, her and Parker, on what does that utility role look like for her. And it's difficult whenever you're somebody like Parker, who is so good defensively. She could be a third baseman. She could be a first baseman. She obviously has the power. We saw it highlighted earlier, the home runs. And then in the circle, holding down very good Arkansas offense through 2 so far.
This ball's popped up on the infield. Parker gonna call everybody off for out number 2. And you know what? There are some pitchers that your infield goes, no, I'm gonna call that, and you're gonna, I'm gonna take that from you. But when you've got an athlete like Alyssa Parker in the circle, you feel a little more confident about her being able to field her position. That'll bring up the ever so dangerous Tiana Bell. Ground ball right to Gabby Garcia. She'll fire it across. And we are headed to the bottom of the 3rd. Parker settling in. Sooners up 7-0. Oklahoma City, the home of the Women's College World Series on ESPN, begins May 28th, and it is going to be amazing. If conference play has shown us anything, we have got some of the most competitive teams we've seen, and postseason is gonna be a blast. Mendez. Beuerlein is back to work to face Alyssa Parker.
Well, we just saw that Women's College World Series promo there. It is coming up, mayhem. But Oklahoma, since 2000, they have been to the Women's College World Series 19 times. You see there on the wall, every gold year, it's a year that they've won. There's 8.
Wild to think about the dominance that the Oklahoma Sooners have had in the last 26 seasons. Again, as you said, Mendez, 19 Women's College World Series appearances. 8 of those coming home with some hardware, as Alyssa Parker is sat down via the K. Beuerlein, her first strikeout.
It's a really good outing here by Beuerlein to start off this inning. Get that lead off with a strike. Get him off with the strikeout.
Okay, will bring up Ailana Agbayani, who struck out back in the second. 7 runs on the board for the Sooners. 4 strikeouts on the day as Agbayani flies out for out number 2. 2 quick outs for Beuerlein here in the third. Bring up freshman Lexi McDaniel, who walked in her first plate appearance. Came around to score on the Abby Dayton bomb.
And this just tells you the strength that Oklahoma has to pull themselves off of the bench. McDaniel getting the start today. Cassidy Pickering, normally in the lineup, the All-American multi-year, found herself out of it, but wants somebody who's hot.
Ella McDowell takes care of out number 3, and Beuerlein retires the side for the first time here today. We head to the 4th. We head to the top of the 4th, where the Sooners are up 7-0. We've got Coach Gasso standing by with us. Coach, Alyssa Parker getting the start in the circle. What do you like about what you're seeing from the freshman so far?
Toughness. She's definitely an elite athlete that can do a lot of things really well. But she's mixing her speeds up quite a bit and getting them off balance, and really happy with what she's doing, taking command.
Coach, 3 home runs already this game. Kendall Wells ties Jossie's record. Whenever she was running around, what was kind of going through your mind?
Nothing. Honestly. Because she does it pretty often, and I don't have any idea about the records. So I'm not. I love Jossie, and she knows I love her. She's taking care of her baby, and she is not worrying about somebody breaking her record. So Kendall Wells does it regularly, and it's just beautiful to watch.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, just another day at the ballpark for Kendall Wells, the freshman, who is just so impressive. But I guess if you're on Oklahoma, it's just another day.
It's wild to think about this is something that most programs don't really ever experience, and the Oklahoma softball program, but over the last 10 to 15 years, you've had Lauren Chamberlain, who has gone through the home run chase, Jocelyn Alo, now Kendall Wells. It is just a conversation that doesn't get to be had very often, and there have been 3 home run queens come through this program.
Freshman, a long way to go to completely claim that all-time home run record title held by Jocelyn Alo. As Patty Yasso said, just had a baby.
Yes, congratulations. Kaylee Wyckoff stands in.
But single season, she is on the hunt, in the way and the pace that she has been doing it has been frantic. It's been really fun to watch all across the country. So keep an eye out. Megan Grant, UCLA.
Gabby Garcia, smooth as ever as Wyckoff is retired for out number 1. That'll bring up junior catcher Kennedy Miller. Miller lined out to left field, back in the second. One of the hardest hit balls we've seen. Big hack as Parker's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
Haven't seen that pitch too often from Parker. It's a screwball that's off speed. Took about 5 miles an hour off of it. Sits in there at 65.
Right back up the middle, and Miller is aboard with a 1-out single.
Arkansas doing what they do well, is just continuing to be consistent. Can you ignore what is on the score right now? Can you get into the box and put up a competitive at-bat? Parker leads this one over the plate, and Arkansas, they makes them pay.
And this is an Arkansas offense. Again, 1 through 9. There is no break. You've got to be very deliberate with your locations, not just working one location, but making sure you're given a good mix, because this is an Arkansas team that makes adjustments as Italia Rijo stands in. Four hits on the day for the Razorbacks. Not yet able to push a run across. Off-speed pitch freezes Rijo. Parker working ahead and counts much more here in the 4th than what we've seen from her early on in this ball game.
You mentioned the offensive power. Razorbacks, they have it. They've had multiple run rule wins already this season. Well over 20. You put up those kinds of numbers consistently, and you have to make sure that as much momentum as you have for Oklahoma, Arkansas has shown they come back time and time again. If there's an out left, they're going to be in the game.
And we've seen it all weekend. We've seen it all season. Again, this is an Arkansas Razorback team. You mentioned it, Nicole, not looking at that scoreboard because they know, they have confidence in everything that they can do. It's the team that has faced the best in the country day in and day out and have proven themselves to be one of the best in the country. Bit of a hill to climb here this afternoon, but definitely an offense that can chip away. But what a pitch from Alyssa Parker, just blowing it by Rijo for her 5th K of the day.
Pumping it up at 69 miles an hour. This screwball was a loud strikeout. Just when you think, okay, Arkansas, they're putting together a couple of really solid at-bats, she comes back, gets the strikeout.
Cam Harrison takes the first pitch she sees. Harrison, a strikeout victim, back in the second. Making just her 11th start on the year. Start. Could arguably say she earned in a pinch hit opportunity on Friday. RBI double in the 7th to make it a really interesting wrap up to game 1. Sooners snuck it out 8-7.
Then also Dakota Kennedy getting injured back in that very same game. Arkansas having to figure out this lineup without her.
And what a pitch. 6 strikeouts on the day for the freshman. And if you talk about what you're wanting to see from your pitchers, it's getting better as the game goes on. And I think that pitch right there tells you everything you need to know about where Parker is in this ball game. We head to the bottom half of the 4th. Sooners up 7-0. This is an Oklahoma offense that has been an absolute gauntlet to run through for any pitching staff. 10 players with a batting average at 400 or above. And I mean, it's just outrageous, the power that has come from this team. And you're not just seeing it from 1 or 2 players, Nicole. It is up and down this Sooner lineup as Abby Dayton stands in.
The 800 slugging percentage, 8 players are at that mark or better. That's power, that's average. I mean, Abby Dayton, definitely somebody who you can sum up in a few words with power and average.
Yeah, it's not every day you get that type of home run production out of your 9-hole.
She's been functioning as a leadoff. She gets a leadoff this inning. She's done it multiple times throughout this series, throughout this season. You have a player like Kai Miner who has power and speed. There's a lot of 1-2 punch that you can do there.
Talk about the power, but on top of that, just all around. It's so often when you see teams that have good power, you also see high strikeout numbers, you see lower batting averages, but that's not the case. And we talk about home run power, and Dayton hitting the 2-run jack earlier in this game.
Yeah, and I think that's why you saw that 3-0 count to start off this at-bat, just trying to pitch around by Berline. Doesn't want to give Dayton anything to hit.
And what Abby Dayton thought was ball 4 will be strike 3 as Berline retires her 5th Sooner hitter in a row.
Have to give credit behind the plate. Miller bringing that ball back up and in for her pitcher. This is a borderline pitch, but with a 3-2 count as a hitter, you have to be able to be more focused in staying and battling than waiting for that walk. And I think whenever you start off on a 3-0 count, sometimes the mindset of a hitter can get a little bit relaxed and shift. It's important. As soon as you hit that 3-1, you're right back in that at bat.
Kai Miner, a double back in the second, seeing that average up to 460 on the season.
Already this inning, we started to see that east and west part of the zone get expanded a little bit. Abby Dayton getting called with that strikeout. Really good curveball. That angle is nasty. In on the hands to Kai Miner.
Another nice location from Berline. Gave up the single. First pitch she threw out of the bullpen, but has settled in a pair of strikeouts, rolled a double play, and has retired every batter she has seen since. As this ball is hit well to right field, but right at Brinley Bain for out number 2.
Whether Kai Miner has gotten on or it's been a pop-up, she has hit the ball squarely every single time. That is the leadoff for Oklahoma. But you go back to Arkansas and how you know they're going to have the power, you know they're going to hit it. Can I minimize the damage that they do? So as well as she's hitting it, Kai Miner only 1 for 3 today.
This ball hit well to left field. It's going to get off the left field wall. Ella Parker is on her horse and has her first hit of the day. And the 2-out double is going to bring up Kendall Wells, but what a good piece of hitting by Parker.
This one squared up really well, and this is where you wish you had Dakota Kennedy out in left field. This ball is hit as a left fielder. You were ranging, trying to make that catch. Wyckoff had a really good catch out in left field yesterday. But whenever you're that late to the ball, that ball's hit so hard. An outfielder day in and day out, they know back off that wall a little bit, let that ball come to you versus crashing in at the same time and it rolling past you.
That double is Ella's 200th hit.
I mean, this is what Kendall Wells does. Her last at-bat, a massive home run to tie for the single season home run record for Oklahoma at 34 home runs. I mean, that alone is insane. The record for NCAA single season is at 37, so she is within striking distance. Multiple series left in the SEC. You have conference tournament, not to mention postseason. I think it's safe to say that Kendall Wells will hit 3 or more home runs before the end of mayhem is over.
It's not often you talk about the consistency a player has to hit home runs. And everything Wells has done this season, get the feeling sometimes that every swing is going to be a home run. And pretty cool scene out on the concourse this weekend with the throne. We talked about it earlier, but Kendall Wells finding her spot on that throne as she has tied Jocelyn Alo at 34 home runs. A single season OU home run record. One away from setting that record herself. Berline brings the 3-2. It's up the middle, but Carly Davison, what a play. Not able to get Wells at first, but Davison saves a run and ranging up the middle on what looked like off the bat easily an RBI.
Well, Davison starting heels on the grass. She knows the power that Kendall Wells has. And like you said, off the bat, that looked like that was through. Easily could have scored a run if it gotten through, and Davison saves it. Oklahoma trying to put themselves in run rule territory. It's the hitter you want to have up.
This ball looped, and it's going to find some green. And just as you said, Nicole, Sooners put their 8th run on the board, and Emmerling finding ways to get it done with runners in scoring position. Not the long ball this time, but you gotta love some clutch 2-out hitting.
I love this because this is the outer corner. This is a great pitch by Berline. But Kendall Wells gets on her horse. The freshman catcher goes first to third on a blue Texas leaguer over the head of the second baseman in no man's land. By doing that, you see Emmerling coming out. They're putting a pinch runner in. Now you have first and third, 2 outs. Gabby Garcia up again, creating some chaos, creating some momentum.
Cheney Helton pinch running at first base. And runners at first and third for Gabby Garcia.
Heard a little bit of crowd noise, this in-house PA, junior PA. Put a little bit of razzle dazzle on Gabby Garcia's name. Crowd likes it.
Wells at third, Helton at first. And Gabby Garcia looking to add to that Sooner lead. Berline cruising along at one point. Had retired 6 Sooners in a row. Till Ella Parker knocked the 2-out double. Again, her 200th base hit.
This is where that championship mindset that Oklahoma has coined comes into play. With 2 outs, can you be tough? Gabby Garcia battling here with a full count, but can you get the job done any way possible? Can you get another run?
Garcia continuing to see pitches.
And then on the flip side, Beuerlein doing a great job since she has come in relief. Haven't seen too much power.
This ball laced to the left center field, and it's going to get out of here. And the Sooners continue to add to their lead. 158th home run by Sooner hitters this season. And Gabby Garcia makes it 11-0 Oklahoma.
I think Gabby Garcia heard me and said, oh, we haven't had power yet. Let's go ahead and supply that. Oklahoma has hit this low and away pitch from Beuerlein so well this inning. Hard hit, hard hit, hard hit, home run. That is how this stat line has gone for Oklahoma. Gabby Garcia just adding on to the fun here.
Alyssa Parker stands in. Tough day for Parker at the plate, but has been lights out in the circle. Pair of strikeouts in the box for the freshman. Sooners plating 4 here in the bottom of the 4th, all with 2 outs. And Gabby Garcia knocks her 19th of the season. Saw Kendall Wells tie the OU single season record with her 34th bomb earlier in this ball game, but so many Sooners up and down the lineup with 10 or more home runs. Parker is sat down, but not before the Sooners make it a tough hill to climb for Arkansas.
Gabby Garcia made it just a little bit harder. Sooners up 11-0. They're winning this one in fashion so far.
OU continuing to inch closer and closer to that single season home run record that was set in 2021 by the Sooners at 161. But between everything we've seen today, the Sooners home run number sitting at 158, and you got the feeling that 161 is not going to stand very long.
That's definitely the pace that Oklahoma has just been hitting home run after home run after home run. Slowed a little bit at the beginning part of the series. I think as a whole, whenever you think Oklahoma offense, you think attack, aggressive, powerful, but it's very much physical, even more so mental, how you approach your at-bats.
Carly Davison smashes a single to lead things off for Arkansas. Got to roll it back to Reagan Johnson at the top of the order. Arkansas's 5th base hit on the day, needing to do a little bit of work here in the 5th to extend this ball game.
That approach very much shared by Arkansas. The power numbers have been showcased. Tiana Bell sitting at 4-hole here in the lineup today. Right now for Arkansas, you're saying get to her in the lineup.
This ball is popped up to left field. Nella Parker takes care of it as the Sooners were in the shift that we have seen all weekend, and Parker making the 1-mile jog back to right. And Sooners 2 outs away as Brinley Bain stands in. Ball gets away from Wells as Davison moves up on the wild pitch. Again, if you're Arkansas, looking to find a way to keep this game going.
There's been a couple of close calls. Arkansas very disciplined at the plate. They're making Parker throw through the zone, and as much movement as she has, she's gotten her fair share of Ks. Her pitch count has also gone up there with that one. She's at 90 pitches here in the top of the 5th inning.
Bain drew a walk back in the 3rd. Single in her first at bat, but Razorbacks needing base runners here. The count runs full. You mentioned it, Nicole, wanting to get to an opportunity where you can get the senior Tiana Bell at the plate, and that walk will help. Bain draws her 2nd walk on the day to bring up Ella McDowell.
Only 2 walks issued this game. Both of them have come from Bain. That discipline, you love seeing that from your 2-hole. Again, it's just that pass-the-bat mentality that Courtney Deifold, head coach of Arkansas Razorbacks, talked about earlier back in the 3rd inning.
McDowell 0 for 2 on the day, but a .359 hitter on the year. does have that power. Has been a big part of this Razorback offense, driving in 45 runs on the season. Tiana Bell waits on deck. It's the 1-1. This is just a bit low, and Alyssa Parker approaching that 100 pitch mark.
There's Bell right there. Had 2 home runs already this series, 1 in each game. Only other player to do that in this series is Isabella Emmerling. She got her home run today. Disciplined eye right there by McDowell brings the count to 3-1. Jen Rocha coming out to talk to this battery. Your nerves at the end of a game, you can want to finish a game so badly that you start overthrowing, over-pitching. That's where your experienced Arkansas discipline team, they're not going to chase after it. They're going to make Alyssa Parker earn every single pitch. And I think Rocha here talking to her battery is just reassuring them, hey, you have the stuff, you have the lead, and you have a great defense behind you. Throw a little more over the plate, and if it happens to get hit, trust that your defense is going to do something with it. Gasso, she was talking with that infield as well. It's a big moment for Alyssa Parker. Only 35 innings going into this game. Get a huge start.
Parker looking to go the distance in this ballgame, who's only thrown 1 complete game on the season. It's the 3-1. Is in for strike 2, and you know that has to be part of the conversation, like you said, Nicole, of 11-run lead, runners on first and second, but pitch with a lead, throw to contact and let your defense work. 3-2, little chopper. Barker's gonna have to be quick, but not in time. And McDowell gets her first hit of the day, and that's gonna bring up Tiana Bell, and no place to put her.
Parker just not able to get there in time, in a long transition from the moment that the ball gets into her glove, out of her hands. McDowell, she might not be the fastest, but she is pretty speedy on the bases. Puts Arkansas in a very, very good position. Bases loaded. Tiana Bell up to the plate. Has hit 2 home runs in this series, 1 in each game. So far today, strikeouts. Had to ground out her last at bat.
Bell, the leading run producer for this Arkansas offense. 50 RBI on the season. Big moment for the senior to give the Razorbacks some hope. Again, needing to plate 4 here in the 5th to keep this game going. This ball up the middle, Agbayani gonna get 1. The fielder's choice will break up the shutout. Make 11-1. But if you're looking at this as a bigger picture, Tiana Bell at the plate, you get the ground ball up the middle. You're playing for outs at this point. Kaylee Wyckoff stands in 1 for 2 here today.
Looking even farther, big picture. End of conference quickly approaching for both of these teams. Arkansas, they're gonna have to go and in their conference play at Texas. Team who lost earlier today to Georgia. Oklahoma having to finish out in fashion as well. But this year for the SEC has been, as it always is, a gauntlet. Tough to get through. It's draining on athletes mentally and physically at the end of the day. Who's tough enough to finish it out, see it all the way through?
Runners at first and third, and Wyckoff trying to chip away. Sooners 1 out away from winning the series. You can hear the groans from the Sooner fans as that pitch just misses outside, but just as we've seen all day, disciplined Razorback hitters. Two gets her chasing, and Alyssa Parker gets the win, and the Sooners knock off Arkansas in run rule fashion, 11-1.
This is what you expected to see from Oklahoma. 4 home runs today, 158 on the season. The power was present, it was evident. They came up in big time and showed the country why they were ranked the #1 team in the nation. Arkansas definitely put up a fight all series long. What a fun weekend of softball this was here in Norman, Oklahoma.
Absolutely, 2 of the best teams in the country, absolutely duking it out. Sooners get the best of Arkansas today, but if you look at this series as a whole, it was an absolute battle. 1-run ball games, and the Sooners getting it done and winning the series in run rule fashion today. Improved to 12-6 in the SEC. We're gonna have Kendall Wells with us when we return. Sooners win 11-1. Sooners win via the run rule 11-1 and knock off Arkansas. But so much of this today, it's easy to look at the offensive numbers, but Alyssa Parker, the freshman, was dynamite in the circle against an Arkansas defense that has been tremendous all season.
Oh my gosh, what she was able to do whenever she stepped onto the mound. I love that confidence from her, because as you enter into later halves of the season, being able to have another arm in the circle is going to be that much more important. Only coming into this game 35 innings, not a lot of film, not a lot of scout on her. Huge advantage for Oklahoma, but at the end of the day, she's a competitor. But she's one of many on this team, not the only one.
And speaking of not the only one, what a day for Kendall Wells. Kendall, thank you for being with us. Still suited up, still geared up. Great job behind the plate all weekend as usual, but today, knocking your 34th home run, tying Jocelyn Allo and the OU single season record. How much fun has this journey been for you? You've taken it all in stride.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun. Trying to keep it super simple, still not let the highs get too high or the lows get too low. But yeah, just having a lot of fun with it, fun with my teammates, working with my coaches, making the best out of it.
Talking about having fun, you get to come up in the 3 spot today. Isabella Emmerling gets to be in the 4. How fun is that to have somebody who's right behind you, both of y'all working so closely together, the senior, the freshman? What is that like today?
Yeah, me and Bella have definitely worked together all this season just as catchers and, as righty hitters. We work together a lot. So just being able, I know she's going to get the job done if I don't get it done. She's been so clutch lately. So just going up there, keeping it super confident, easy, knowing that if I don't do it, she'll do it.
And then talk to me about Alyssa Parker. Obviously, your at-bats has been phenomenal, but the way that you were able to get a couple of pitches for your pitcher, just working behind the plate, what has that been like?
Oh, yeah, I thought Alyssa did really well today. Like she said, I think in another interview, she's starting to really calm her nerves and stay composed on the mound, and I think that's showing. She's just keeping it super easy, throwing her pitches, letting them work, and it's working for her.
Great job, Kendall. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oklahoma wins the series in run rule fashion. 4 home runs hit today. Sooners win 11-1. We will be back on Tuesday as Oklahoma is set to take on Arkansas Pine Bluff. For Nicole Mendez, I'm DJ Sanchez. Sooners win.